What's up, YouTube? Misfit Silver Stacker, Gold Stacker, Stacker Extraordinaire here again. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Lunars, and specifically, I want to talk about Perth Mint Series 2 Lunars, which I've got a bunch of different ones out here on the table. And this is what's left of my personal collection of Lunars. Smacking things around right now. I used to, I started stacking in 2009. And I mentioned in my other video, and I'll probably mention it in other videos in general, I sold most of the stuff I started accumulating. In 2009, I bought in heavy. In 2010, I bought in heavy. In 2011, I bought in slightly less heavy. The prices were really starting to go nuts. Things were getting crazy. For those of you who were around stacking at that time, especially on YouTube, so much hype, so much silver to the moon talk. I mean, everybody was caught up in it. People who say they weren't, in my opinion, probably are just too embarrassed to say so, because it was believable. I mean, at the time, precious metals were jumping every day. I mean, there was a period of time where it was just, you'd wake up and you were making money like crazy. And so I stopped purchasing when silver hit high 30s, like 38. I started getting real, just a little nervous, because it was going up so steady and strong from what I remember. And when prices got to the mid 40s, I sold 90% of my stack. And I didn't really own any gold at that point in time. Just a little bit of, a few 1/10 and a couple of quarter ounces and different stuff. I'd flipped things back and forth. There was times where I'd own a few ounces of gold, or I think I got up to 10 ounces of gold, flipping back and forth the silver gold ratio and doing all kinds of different things. But I liquidated basically everything in the mid 40s. And honestly, I'd like to say that I was, and tell you all the reasons why I was so smart to do that. I think I was obviously somewhat smart, but a lot of it was just gut feeling. I just felt like the price was going up too fast. And so I did. I got rid of it all. So I got most of my collections, most of the stuff I had going at that time got sold. But I did hang on to a lot of these Perth Mint coins, and I kept the series going here. I started accumulating again I actually took a break from precious metals. My life, for a lot of different personal reasons, all the liquid capital I had got tied up in starting a business, and I decided to invest in myself. And so I didn't really have any free capital again until early 2016. And I started buying back in the metals in the middle of 2016, and I'm still accumulating now. But anyways, these Perth Mint coins, the whole reason for this video, I used to be so bullish on everything Perth Mint, because you would just see year after year these coins climb in premium. I mean, it's like a sure thing, especially some of the sizes, if you paid attention, would always perform well. And the problem with that is, what, in my opinion, is that everybody's figured that out, and everyone, absolutely everyone, is buying these Lunars with the intention of flipping, whether they're buying the proofs or the bullion or whatever it is, the different variations. They're buying them with the intent to flip them in 3 or 4 years when the premiums, and make a nice percentage increase. I think too many people are doing it now. The opportunity is lost. I think after 2012, 2011 even, the year of the rabbit, if you look at the mintages, things started to really jump at 2011. In fact, the half ounces used to always be a solid play, and the mintages are insane on those. I mean, for the most part, they used to be able to get them. I think they were doing the mintages for the mouse is around 17,000 for this coin, and I want to say just the rabbit. A few years later, this was well over 100,000. Like 6 or 7 times the mintage on those. And so the premiums just aren't there. The return isn't there, and it's just going to get worse. The coins have become so popular at this point that I'm personally not investing in them, other than to keep my set going just for the fun of having a set. And I have a complete Lunar Series 1 silver, just a regular bullion silver 1 ounce set. That's one of the first things I got when I started buying metals, and I'll never sell that because those coins are so, to me, they're so beautiful, and it represents a kind of a time in my life, a change in mentality and all kinds of things. It's sentimental to me, but these coins are not as beautiful as the Series 1, but some of the years are okay. Some of the more recent years I'm very disappointed. I do like the Rooster. I thought this was a cool coin. Nice design. Not a fan of some of the other years. I'm not going to get into all of them, but the point is, and I want to hear from you guys, are you really buying a lot of these Lunars? And do you really think that you're going to be able to flip them for a reliable premium in the future? Because I'm seeing them even slow down in recent years. It's taking more and more years to see that increase in premium. And my gut feeling is that as we go farther down the line and we finish this Series 2, unless the design they come out with is somehow a knockout, and the Year of the Dog is not a knockout, it's a solid B minus in my opinion in design. Nothing special. If I was crazy about dogs, I might buy a couple, but like I said, I'm literally just going to buy a 1 ounce and a half ounce to keep my set going. I don't see it, and I want to hear from you guys if you think that you think I'm crazy or not or whatever. I'd love to hear your opinion on it. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I think the Perth Mint, in my opinion, is way overhyped. They know it. They are releasing so many variations, knowing exactly what's going to happen. They know that they're hot. They know that everyone wants their stuff, and so to me, it just doesn't make sense. The premiums don't match the rarity. The mintage numbers are not low. There's much better options out there, in my opinion. The Rwandan Rooster, for example, I thought is going to have a much higher potential for an increase in premium for a bullion coin than you'll ever see from the 2017 Lunar Rooster. And if you got the proof Rwandan Rooster or the gold 1 ounce, obviously the mintages are much lower and the returns on those are already getting very nice. So I don't know. I'm not excited about Perth Mint anymore. Honestly, I feel like it's too it's just too overdone. Everybody's too into the Perth Mint, which to me is a red flag. I think when everyone's going in one direction, you want to be leery of that, and I feel like everybody and their dog is buying everything that comes out of the Perth Mint. So that's my 2 cents. I like the Perth Mint for their designs too. I keep them just as coins that I want to collect for my personal, enjoyment to look at and to have, but they're not to me a real solid investment piece as far as a flipping potential. Of course, if you're into stacking, you believe that over the long term the prices are going to go up. Regardless of what design's on the coin, it's still 1 ounce of silver. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys hot to trot about these Lunars? You still stacking them? Still going hard after the Year of the Dog? Or are you guys looking at other opportunities like I am? Love to hear from you guys. Thanks.